Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie and today I'm going to be doing the How Well Do I Know My Books challenge. I was tagged by Bookish Belt, so thank you for tagging me. And this challenge kind of makes me a little nervous. It seems really hard. So basically you have a bunch of numbers that correspond with a book on your shelves and then you answer the questions about that book. I just got on a random number generator and only made it to 300. I have more than 300 books, but I didn't want to have to count all of those books every single time. So I just made it to 300 and it picked random numbers between 1 and 300. And I went ahead of time and counted the books out so that I knew which book to answer the questions with. That way it didn't take so long for this video. Alright, let's get into the questions. Without looking at the description, tell us what the book is about. For this one I have 283, which is Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. I'm not going to take it out of this because I don't feel like it. Without spoiling it, this series features a war between two different species, and so the third book is just more about the war and different battles, and the main characters are trying to find themselves and figure out which side of the war they are actually on. I could tell you more, but because it is the final book in a trilogy, I do not want to spoil this book for anybody who hasn't read it. Without looking it up, what is the genre of this book? And I have number 148. For this one I have Room 1, A Mystery or Two by Andrew Clements, and this is a children's middle grade mystery story. Without looking at the book, tell us what is on the cover. And for this I have 156, which is Ferris by Gail Carson Levine, and on this cover there is a girl and I think she's holding up a mirror. Maybe like a looking glass or something of that nature. I was correct, though I'm not really sure what that is. I guess it's a mirror. I don't know. I read this book a long time ago and I really don't remember what it's about, except I think it's about trolls. Without looking it up, what is the main character's name? And for this one, I have number 68, which is Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. This one's quite easy. The main character's name is Magnus Chase. It's in the title of the book series. Without looking, name a side character. And for this one, oh man, I have number 101, which is The Program by Suzanne Young. And I haven't read this book, so I don't even know what the main character's name is, much less the side character. Guess how many pages the book has without looking. If you guess 25 below or 25 above the number, you can count it as a win. For this one, I have number 195, which is Meet Samantha, an American Girl, and I'm just gonna guess, 90 pages. And it has 69 pages, so I guess I'm within range, so it's a win. Without looking it up, what rating did you give this book? If you land on a new book you haven't read, pick a new set of numbers. So for this one I have 104, which is Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. Without looking, where does this book take place? And I have 271, which is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier, and this is a time travel book. It's a time traveling series, so it takes place in multiple eras, multiple countries, although I can't remember where like the present time is set, so I guess I technically fail at this question. Without looking, what are the parents' names? And for this one I have 189. Oh gosh. The Case of the Chewable Worms, which is book 2 in the Secret Agent Dingledorf series. I haven't read this book since I was a child. I have no idea what the parents' names are. Without looking at the hardback, what color is the book Under the Dust Jacket? Okay, so for this one I have number 53, which is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and it's black underneath. Pretty sure. Yes, I was correct. Her books are pretty basic underneath. Without looking, is there anything on the hardback like an imprint or an image of some sort? And I have number 25, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I feel like I should know this. Of course, I don't have the hardback, so I can't answer this question, and that would be why I don't know, because I have the paperback, and I mean, there's nothing on here. I don't know about the hardcover. Without looking, do the chapters have titles or are they just numbered? And for this one, I have number 9, which is Oblivion by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are just numbered. Yes, they're just numbered. Without looking at the book cover, does it have an award on it? And for this one, I have number 150, which is The Phantom Tollbooth by Norton Juster. And I'm going to say that it does. I feel like this is a children's classic. I feel like it should have an award. If it doesn't have an award, it should have one. And it doesn't. We need to give this book an award, people. Without looking, does this book have any author blurbs on the front cover? This one is number 51, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And I feel like this one has a blurb on the front. I mean, it's Sarah J. Maas. It doesn't. Without looking, does the book have a description on the back? And I have number 187, which is Stage Fright on a Summer Night by Mary Pope Osborne. This is part of the Magic Tree House series. I'm getting all of the children's books today. Yes, it has a description on the back. Without looking, does this book have an author photo? And it is number 45, which is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, book 2 in the Throne of Glass series. And I'm going to say, yeah, it definitely has an author photo in the back. Yes, there's Sarah J. Maas's beautiful face. Without looking it up, is this author using a pen name? And I have number 178, which is another Magic Treehouse book. Pirates Past Noon by Mary Pope Osborne, and I'm pretty sure this is her real name. Without looking, what POV is this book written in, first or third? This one is number 78, which is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I'm not going to get it out of the box. Oh gosh. I think it's written in first person. I guess I'll have to get it out of the box to check. Yes, it's written in first person. I was correct. Without looking, are there any pictures or graphics in this book? And it is number 74, which is A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. I don't think these books have any pictures in them or graphics. I don't think so. No, they don't. But they do have beautiful maps. Without looking, does it have an epilogue? And this one is number 207, which is Pride and Prejudice. I've never read Pride and Prejudice. I've never even looked through the copy that I have of Pride and Prejudice. Since it's an older book, I'm going to go ahead and say that there's not an epilogue. And there's not. Without looking, does this book have a prologue? This one is number 227, which is Reached by Ali Condi, the third book in the Matched trilogy. It's down on the bottom of my shelves in a box, and I don't feel like getting those out. But, what was the question again? Does it have a prologue? I don't know. I haven't read it. I only made it through book 1. So I don't know, and honestly, I don't care enough to pick them up and check. Without looking, is this book signed? This one should be pretty easy, considering I just bought my first 2 signed copies of any books ever. Number 110, which is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid, and no, it is not signed. Without looking, do the page numbers have a design above or below them, or none at all? And this one is 158, which is Monster by Frank Peretti. I've never read this book, so I'm not really sure. I'm going to take a guess and say no. No, it does not. But apparently there's maps in here. I didn't know that. Without looking, are the acknowledgements in the front or the back of the book? This one is number 285, which is Unite Me by Tahereh Mafi. And I don't even know if, I guess the acknowledgements are in the back. I mean, this is like a collection of short stories. I guess it has acknowledgements in it. Does it? I mean, no? No, it does not. Without looking, what year was this book published? How am I supposed to know that? Okay, I'm pretty sure I skipped a couple questions. Whoops. Anyway, this one is number 17, which is Cress by Marissa Meyer, the third book to the Lunar Chronicles. And I'm gonna take a guess and okay, so I read these books in high school. I think the fourth book came out my senior year, and I was right. 2014. The last question is, without looking, what year did you read this book? And this one is number 77, which is Allegiant by Veronica Roth, which is the third book in the Divergent trilogy. And I read this book sometime early high school, so it was probably 2013. 2013. I'm gonna go with that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more bookish content by me. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.